Oh, damn. That's terrifying.
Remember when I said that was weird what he was watching? That's what I caught him watching.
Everyone always talks about how the Smurfs were drug infused. That's drug infused.
That clinches it right there.
Come on, they have one female servicing a large group of males. That implies a species that lays eggs.
Oh my god, you're crazy! They are so obviously mammals!
Please, she'd be an estrus 24/7 if she didn't lay eggs.
Smurfs don't lay eggs!
Welcome to the iKnowBadeaux podcast.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to the iKnowBadeaux podcast coming at you from the Slice on Oak Studios. I'm Mayor Dave Badeaux, the city brainer. With me, as always, is my brother.
Ladies and gentlemen, rock and roll.
Forget about it.
Coming up next week is movies of 1981, so that'll be fun.
Yeah.
We're going to see how that shakes out. I just watched Stripes, so I got things to say.
Fantastic.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it next week. But right next to me here, Gabriel Johnson. What say ye?
Dave, how you doing?
Yeah, Scott gave a funny face there. Yeah, I said next to me and then realized I didn't say Gabe. So
Farthest
I just
away
pivoted.
from me.
Yeah, you just let it go. Don't try to pull back the gears. Let the gears jam together into one big massive mess. Hello, Gabe.
Hey, Dave, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm well. Let's get going here.
Let's get going. Jesse from Play and Trade, welcome back.
Thanks for having me.
Favorite thing from 1981, go.
Well,
The DeLorean.
yeah. My favorite car ever came out that
All right.
year.
Yeah. You giant nerd. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Be Kind Rewind. 1981. So Be Kind Rewind, episodes of the podcast in which we go back, pick a year, take all the stuff, pop culture, consume it, come back, report on those things. Episode 1, all the pop culture. Next week, we talked about it, the movies of 1981. So that'll be a lot of fun. But this year, we're going to talk specifically about the pop culture and events and television and wares and whatnots from 1981. And one of the biggest things to happen in 1981, as we always like to start with music, was, of course, MTV premiered.
Yes.
Scott, you watched the first 4 hours.
Yes, on
of
YouTube.
MTV.
So it was really only like hour 45 or 2 hours. Just
okay.
because the commercials are out.
Yeah. But then YouTube throws in 1,000 commercials.
You're right, but you can skip those after 5
Sometimes,
seconds.
yeah.
Most of them.
Most of them.
Yeah, so I watched about 2 hours of the actual footage.
Yeah.
It is old. It's so bare bones. It's just this guy with long hair standing in a brick room with like maybe a desk and just a TV in the background, and he just kind of talks to you for a second.
Let us get back to music. Video and stereo on MTV.
And then music plays.
And then played music. So
Yep.
it was, they didn't do the ESPN thing. Let me explain to you how television works.
I think at one point they kind of did something like that, but I don't really remember. It was just kind of on in the background.
Yes.
But yeah, it opens up. I mean,
And the first song was?
first song, Video Killed the Radio Star by the Buggles.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bugles. Yeah.
Whatever.
I think it is maybe.
It's the Bug.
I think it's spelled Bugles, pronounced Buggles.
Yes. Yeah.
I heard you on the wireless back in 52, lying awake.
2 G's.
2 G's.
Oh, it's spelled and pronounced.
But yeah, so it's pretty quick.
Yeah.
There's not, the guy's not on screen very much. They open with a lot of space, like the Apollo rocket flying off, and then the Apollo guy saying over like, we have rock and roll or something like that.
And the animation.
Did it have
Yeah,
the
that was
spacesuit
great.
guy? Was
Yep.
that right? Okay.
Yep.
Episode 1.
Yep.
Interesting. That was the one thing I was the most interested in, was like, is the spaceman
So they just stayed
OG.
committed the whole time.
That was day one iconic. Yeah.
Planting that flag on the moon.
Yeah. Okay. And so that was the entire bit from
on
the
America's
beginning.
moon.
Exactly.
America's moon. We already established that. Everyone else gazes in wonder. America's moon. And well, to be fair, according to MTV, it's actually partially MTV's moon as well, because they planted a flag.
Yeah.
As well. Much later, though, if you look at the man in spacesuit, it's a much newer vintage than the Apollo. Interesting though, because that is so iconic to their brand,
Right.
that it is interesting to me that that's right from the get-go. Because what we learned from last episode, or was it 2 episodes ago, because it was 1979, wasn't it, that ESPN started? Like ESPN was wildly different at the beginning. Very 70s, very bare bones. Taught us how television works.
Right.
That was their content.
But they were live on location in 1,000 different places, so they were really excited about what they were doing. Where MTV, they're just showing you music videos in a basement.
I guess that does make sense. The content is other people have given us the content, which is a very good business model, right? It's kind of like YouTube. YouTube is like, no, you do
You
the
upload
thing.
stuff, we'll collect the money.
We're just the connoisseur or the what do you call it? A museum guy, the
Curator?
Curator.
Yes.
Yep. Yes, curator. But did you enjoy it?
No.
Okay, that's great.
At this point in time, music videos weren't really a thing.
No.
So the well that they had to pull from was like, who the fuck are these people?
But they were still pretty creative.
Yeah,
for the time. I mean, that's
yeah.
when people actually tried.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, they definitely had.
I don't know, because a lot of them was
So was
just
it
like
more just like artist guys
Yes,
like
that's
David
exact-
Bowie
that's
who
exactly
had
what it
videos
is.
and
so
stuff?
in the first 100 songs, Rod Stewart played 8 times. Wow. REO Speedwagon 6, The Pretenders 5, The Who 5. So it was
So it was guys that were into it. Were into it.
Established.
But like the Who concert or the Who music videos, along with I think there was a couple of Styx music videos, and that's just like camera floating around a guy playing the piano.
Basic, That's not like they tried to get artsy and do.
Right. So it was a lot of just like
Super
arena rock
Okay.
kind of stuff.
Well, it makes sense though, because if you like think about it, because there would be 2 sides of that coin. I'm sure some of it was MTV going, we need stuff,
Right.
So that it would be interesting to go back and look and see how much of it was like produced specifically for MTV, because it had to have been some of it.
I'm
Maybe.
guessing the Buggles was for sure.
Yeah. But then part of it would have been just your Andy Warhol with a film crew doing stuff in New York. You know, those things were definitely existing at this point.
Yeah.
But then there's also the other side of, well, you already had Scorsese and some of these bigger establishments doing these films that are documentaries.
Yeah, did we have the band at all in the first one?
You would think that you
I
would
don't
have
think so.
chopped that.
I take a clip from the last waltz. Yeah,
You would think that would be part of it. So
Nope, a lot of arena rock, some heavy metal. Iron Maiden played a couple of times.
they're very into heavy metal.
So that it was a very interesting time period for music.
Yeah.
Coming out of the 70s, disco just got killed.
Yep.
And now the synths are starting to show up.
Yep.
And
new
your
wave stuff
your new
was
wave,
starting
you
to
know.
really get-
no
yeah.
Devo yet.
yeah.
At least in the first 100 music videos. But so there was this weird kind of like heavy metal, but also punk, but then the arena rock as
Yeah.
well. It was a eclectic mix.
Yeah, I think the thing that's really interesting about MTV, and this is through all the way until they really stopped playing music, was how interconnected all of the genres were. Like,
Yeah.
I would sit and try to wait for Smashing Pumpkins to come on, and in order to get to Smashing Pumpkins, I had to sit through the Backstreet Boys,
Right.
or whomever, right?
The Cardigans, the Cranberries.
Yeah, really interesting.
Which I still like.
Where it gets to with that, but it from the beginning,
Right.
It was what can we get our hands on, you know. So
Yeah,
it's just an
for sure.
eclectic mix of music, which is a cool way of kind of experiencing some of that
Right.
stuff too.
And what a way to learn new music.
Yeah, because radio stations at this point were very segregated in terms of this is a rock station,
Right.
this is a disco station.
Oh, and these are the 12 songs you play if it's rock.
Yes.
These are the 12 songs you play if it's disco.
Yeah, and this was kind of shooting that into a different direction a little bit,
Right.
Which I think did kind of bleed into radio at some point. You know, you always had your top 40, but radio stations would kind of dip into that a little bit and kind of that spreading things around a little bit.
Well,
not a
it's
ton.
it's happening right now, specifically with classic rock stations.
Yes.
Classic rock stations are like,
I don't know.
Offspring.
We've been
I was gonna say you start hearing Nirvana and Offspring and STP on. I'm like, oh.
well, we
no,
established
I am
we
old as-
established that every classic rock song came from 1978 or 77.
Yeah.
Well, you can only have listened to so much Journey and Rush for 30
it's true.
freaking
It's
years,
true.
you know?
And it is good, but at some point
Well,
it kind
yeah,
of
but
loses
it's
its shine.
It's like there's more than one Rush song, guys.
Did they have in the 4-hour block? Was that broken up at all into segments or shows, or was it just
Not
we're
really.
going?
It was just kind of went.
So it's just a guy.
And it
Yeah.
wasn't like Kurt Loder or anything. It was just some random guy.
You
Yeah,
wanna feel-
maybe it's somebody I should know, but I never bothered to. His name didn't
Sure,
spark anything.
never jumped in with the MTV news.
I don't think so.
You want to feel old? Look up Kurt Loder.
No.
He's in his like mid 70s.
No, really?
Yeah.
That stuff's always weird to me.
Isn't it? Yeah.
Wasn't no, Oberman was on ESPN. Wasn't Tapper on something weird too? Wasn't didn't one of the guys from like MTV become like a bigger like CNN type guy? I'm forgetting. Maybe I'm completely off my rocker. But
Well, there's was it the Road Rules Challenge guy is now the head of some fucking Scott, is it Scott Jennings?
That's awesome. Scott Jennings was a Road Rules guy?
I'm pretty sure his claim to fame is he like won the Road Rules Challenge, and now he's like
Then he goes on CNN and makes everybody mad.
that's
It's
awesome.
like a good role for a Road Rules guy.
No, I don't think that's him because I think it's actually somebody like in the Trump administration.
Interesting. That's crazy. I'll let you because you're searching for something right now. I think
Sean Duffy
appeared
and won the Real World in 2002.
The Secretary of Transportation.
The Secretary of Transportation because he won Road Rules.
That's incredible. That's the greatest thing to come out of anything.
Hold on. This guy won the Road Rules Challenge.
Stop. He doesn't just know roads. He rules them. He rules the roads.
Oh, I never made that connection.
And Road Rules was the best. That was the best.
I never really watched either of them.
Road Rules was my favorite.
I caught a little bit when it was Real World versus Road Rules, whatever.
Road Rules was the best. They put him in an RV and just drive to a thing and then made him do some kind of competition. Actually, still to this day, and I'm going to do this, I saw wing walking for the first time on Road Rules. And I made a vow to myself at that point, probably 15, 16 years old. I will wing walk, and I still will hold myself to that. I'm getting old. I'm getting fat. So I'm going to have to figure this out sooner or later because I don't want to be up there as just freaking skin. I would be a flying squirrel.
I would recommend not.
There's very few things in my life that I've done this with where it was just like I saw it and it was like that's the one. I'm doing that. That's the thing. This was one of those moments, and I have vowed to myself that I will do it. Have not yet, so need to get on that. I've actually looked at it. There's a place in Washington State that does it. So you go there, you train all day, and then you go up and you climb out on the top of a bi-wing, strap into it looks like a bass fishing seat on a
Okay.
just strap into that. Well, it was just in the last Mission Impossible movie. He did it, and I was like, "You son of a bitch!"
Yeah, and he's in his 60s.
I was trying to beat Tom Cruise to something.
Yeah, but he's Tom Cruise.
Yeah. Anyways, let's go with this. What was your favorite video that you watched?
There was a song by a guy I had never heard of, Robert Palmer.
Yeah.
What was the name of
Emerson,
the song?
Lake and Palmer.
Was that Addicted to Love already?
He has two that are exactly the same. He
gonna
just
say,
has
I
the
think-
girls in the background with their guitars.
Yeah,
Those are the best ones.
There was one where he was like tap dancing on a like a kid's xylophone like thing with the bells. What the hell was the name of the song?
You must be
Because-
thinking of the wrong person. I'm thinking Robert Palmer is the Addicted to Love
Yeah,
guy.
with the
And
girls
what's
in the
other-
background,
Yeah, what's
where
the
it's
other one
like-
that he has? It's the same song.
Well, I think that's what we're trying
Well,
to.
I don't know. I don't
Isn't
think
that the
this is
one?
it.
He
No.
has two songs with girls in the back, Addicted to Love, and another one.
Bad Case of Loving You.
Bad Case.
Okay.
Literally the same song, literally the same
Yep.
video. I for the longest time thought he was the one that did Video Killed the Radio Star, or that was about him or something, but I was absolutely incorrect about that.
He's dead.
Is he dead?
Yep.
Well, it's probably because all those girls behind him, they were just standing there with some dagger eyes, but he was having fun afterwards. I guarantee
Yeah, it was a little ways in, but the song was called "Looking for Clues." Check it out. That's pretty fun.
Okay, I like that.
It does not sound at all like Addicted to Love, or
that's
whatever
him?
the other one was.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, the other two are the same song. I refuse to accept that those are two different songs. You just were like, well,
It
what
was
if-
the same video.
Yeah, what if we just do it again? Okay.
It
From the top.
probably was in the same. Okay, let's do it. All right, we got all these girls. Let's just.
We got another half hour of studio
From
time.
the top. You ladies keep doing this, but now this time do it the other way.
Yeah.
Go down,
Even
up,
even
down,
the
Make it look a
names are
little
the
different.
exact same.
Yes.
Addicted to Love and Bad Case of Loving You. Those are the same title.
And they sound they
Sounds like an addiction.
sounds the same, looks the same. It literally is the exact same thing.
Can't get enough, you know you're gonna have to face the truth. Simply irresistible.
Continue with music super fast, and then we'll move on. I wanted to do this one because I wanted us to watch the movie Thief for 1981, but yet I wasn't going to make you guys watch the movie Thief. You can watch it, we can talk about it, but it's not great for like doing a full podcast on. I think it's more of a Kevin Yeager episode of movies. I love the movie Thief. It is Michael Mann. It is incredible. It is a fantastic movie, but part of the reason why I love it is because of Tangerine Dream. This to me is the start of synthwave in terms of where it goes. When you think of the 80s and you think of synthwave, it is Michael Mann, and then you get into your John Carpenters or your Carpenter does The Thing.
Oh, I just
And-
rewatched.
yeah.
Great movie.
And I think 1981 is also Escape from New York. So this time frame is when something came out. Probably the year before, or the year, a couple of years before, somewhere in this region, synth really becomes an available thing, and you start to see it in these films, and it is the sound that I love the most from the 80s.
Yeah.
And Tangerine Dream is, now granted, it's not something you just pop on. Let's listen to some Tangerine Dream real quick. You pop in some drugs
Yes.
and you go on a journey. It's a Tangerine Dream for a reason. But in the movie Thief, the whole opening sequence is just incredible. It's just a quick heist from like start to finish. And it's all to this soundtrack that is just gorgeous. I made my 7-year-old sit through and watch the whole thing. And then he's like, what, why? I was like, it's incredible. Let's watch this. And then we watched it. And then he was like, can I go play with Legos? It's a cinema, my son. But I want to bring that up because I want to talk about it in the movies, but I don't. It's too much for that type of episode. It's too much for this episode as well. But I want to put a flag in the ground that synth is officially here in my eyes once we hit 1981.
Sure.
And it starts with Tangerine Dream, and it starts with Carpenter, and it starts with all those movies that kind of push it into the fold.
MTV debut was pushing it a little bit.
Yeah,
That's when that was getting it. Yeah, that was coming. There were a lot of good, like Depeche Mode had.
Yeah, just
I just can't get
punk
enough.
and the new
I
wave
think came out that that whole
Yeah.
one of my favorite periods.
Super quick in music, and then moving on to Gabe's world, Death and Destruction.
I've got a transitional piece.
Okay.
The CIA injected Bob Marley with cancer. Whoa. And he died in 1981.
You can do that?
The CIA can. I was trying to find a good theory on blaming the CEI, but it turned CIA.
Yes.
Turns out Bob Marley was diagnosed with cancer like 3-4 years earlier, and as a Rastafarian refused treatment. So it just got a hold of him when he was in the U.S.
Yeah, there's a story out there that he like got a toe infection or something from like soccer because it ended up in his toenail at some point. Like you could actually see the cancer in his toenail. But from what I was reading, that is like a symptom of your body's riddled with cancer once it comes out your toe.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
He gone.
Yeah. But then his album didn't even hit until later. Like the album that Bob Marley is Post.
What's the one everybody owned was the greatest hits.
Yeah, but again, it's like there's Bob Marley. Bob Marley dies. And then everyone's like, I must have Bob Marley. So it wasn't before.
But I'm not going to buy 8 albums. Can you put like 2 songs from each album onto one for me?
And then put that one where you take his voice from a different track and then beats and music from a different one and put them together. just like Puffy did with Biggie and all those all that other shit. All right. Anyways, Bob Marley, he gone.
Rest in peace. So we're into the news.
Yeah, death and destruction.
I've got great news.
Okay.
Our 444-day national nightmare is over. The Iranians have released the hostages.
That was that long?
444 days. It was a winter of 79 all the way to 1981. On January 20th, 1981, about 3 minutes after Reagan was sworn in as president.
3 minutes?
Yeah, they're just waiting for Carter to get the Jimmy Carter, like the softest, weakest guy ever. They're waiting for that asshole to leave.
That's pretty crazy, though. All right.
But 52 people released. They were held for 440 days in a building in a basement in Iran.
Some injuries, deaths.
There were deaths in 79, like when they stormed and shot some people and whatever. But I think all of the hostages survived. They looked like shit.
Yeah. It wasn't good.
Yeah, as you will.
Well, yeah, they ran out of pizza at some point. You know, you can only as a hostage taker, you can only ask for so many pizzas before the government's like, we're not going to send any more pizzas. Here's a couple of snack packs. So when you're living on snack packs,
snack packs and hummus probably.
Ooh, hummus flavored snack packs.
Day one of Ronald Reagan's presidency and day one of freedom for 52 Americans. Though thousands of miles apart, these two historic events moved almost on parallel tracks today. The new president had not been in office an hour when the former hostages became free men and women again. And they are well along now on their trip to West Germany and eventually to home.
But then, so Reagan gets in and they let him go. But then, like, what was the transition there? Like, what did they get? Did they get anything?
Right. Yeah, we removed a bunch of sanctions that we had on them. We owed them a ton of money that we agreed to pay them, and a bunch of financial transactions like that.
Still happening to this day.
And we still have sanctions on them, and I don't think we've given them some of the money we promised.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
them.
Oh, yeah.
They gave us the hostages.
Yeah, you gotta get the.
Well, one of the agreements was that the USA would promise to stop interfering in Iranian domestic politics.
How's that going?
We're still bombing the shit out of them like at least once a year.
It just happened. It just literally just happened. Okay, well, I'm glad that the hostages were all released. That's such a long time, though.
Yeah.
I mean, think about that. Almost a year and a half.
Yep.
That's crazy. Unbelievable amount of time. It's multiple seasons.
Yeah, I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Miracle.
Yes.
They kind of cover how 1979 to 81 really was and how down everybody was.
That did capture that.
But then the Miracle on Ice
That's
brought our
right.
spirits back.
That's right. Well, that's the beauty of 1981. Is 1981 is we're going to get into some fun with Reagan economics and greed and everything that you think about the 80s, like is slowly starting in 1981.
It is now taking over.
Yeah. It's going to take a couple of years. Synth is here. MTV is here. Some of the other things with some shows we're going to talk about later are all here. And excess is here as well by 1981.
Oh, yes.
And nothing says excess like a car made of stainless steel with gull wing doors.
Hey.
Jesse, you are here today specifically because you own a DeLorean.
Yeah. It's a dream nightmare car.
Every time I see you talk about your DeLorean, it is you saying, I hate this fucking car.
Like, can you get parts? Do you have to find another DeLorean owner who has scrapped his car?
They are actually readily available from a shop in the UK, and mainly I get my parts from DeLorean Motor Company in Texas.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, they're actually more available than when I bought the car 22 and a half years ago.
Are they making new DeLoreans again?
They are,
They
actually,
should be.
yeah.
It's the way to go.
Their advertising sucks.
Yeah, well, you don't have to advertise. It's a fucking DeLorean.
I didn't even know they were making it.
Who gives it?
I didn't know it was an option.
But are you in the market for one?
If I knew it was an option,
Maybe.
Is it four-wheel
I'd
drive?
look at it.
No, I don't think it's four-wheel drive.
No, I
You
think
wouldn't know. They don't advertise.
No. Subaru. That's scissoring.
Kind of looks like the original Subaru.
A little bit. But Jesse, so when did you get your DeLorean?
I bought that the last week that we were in high school.
Oh, really? You've had it that long?
Yep.
I remember
Still a
that.
piece of shit.
It ran good for quite a while.
Did it?
Mm-hmm.
It was only 20 years old then. Now it's 45 years old.
Yes. Yeah.
If that puts it into perspective.
Well, the thing that happens with cars and with anything is foam and latex and rubber
and
all that stuff.
I parked it in 05.
Okay.
And just, got busy with life.
And it doesn't.
And then this year I decided, or a year and a half ago, it's just been a year and a half journey restoring this thing.
Yeah.
The DeLorean. Gull-wing doors rise effortlessly, beckoning you inside. The sleek, stainless steel DeLorean. Beautifully crafted for long life. The DeLorean is one of the most awaited automobiles in automotive history. Drive the DeLorean. Live the dream today.
So let's talk about the actual car itself, though. So he decides he's going to make a vehicle.
He was a big maverick in the auto industry.
Yeah.
I mean, he started way back even with Packard in the 50s.
Yeah.
And then he moved on to Pontiac. I mean, he's responsible for making the GTO, the Firebird, the Grand Prix.
Yeah.
Those were all his cars.
Yeah, this isn't like a guy that was just like a rich guy that wanted to make cars. This is a guy that knew how to make cars and was like, I'm going to make my car.
And he eventually moved into a pretty prominent spot for General Motors and was actually going to be next up to
this
be president of General Motors.
What was his name?
John Z. DeLorean.
Yeah, DeLorean.
John DeLorean.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was the guy that would wear the weirder leisure suits to the board meetings and stuff.
Love it.
He was just
Pocket full of cocaine.
that's such a
couple.
That whole mythos with the cocaine thing is just that's a whole nother.
Couple things got to come back. Leisure suits got to come back. Let's bring the collars in a little bit. Let's do.
If it's a leisure suit, you got to go aggressive.
You want to go aggressive?
You got to go big.
I don't know. The 9.5-inch collar is a bit much.
That's what I wore to prom.
Yeah, let's bring her down just a little bit. But I like the idea.
Can taupe.
I like the idea of
flowered.
You just get in, right?
Yeah.
Like that's an outfit that you get into. You don't put it on. You get into it. Also, I saw the other day terry cloth is trying to make a comeback, and I've never thought. Actually, I take it back. Just yesterday, Callie and I were, because we got married and we were then hanging out for a little bit for one day for like a couple hours. That ended. We're already done. But she was shopping and she's like, oh, I like these pants. And I was like, you get one drip of swass in those pants and you just have wet pants. I can't imagine walking around in terry cloth, just walking around in a towel. No. Like, I know it's in the shape of a shirt or a shape of fucking pants or whatever it is, but come on. You get 1 ounce of sweat.
It's over.
Yeah, it's over. But this should come back. And because John DeLorean getting after those leisure suits.
Yeah, he was a cool, actually pretty cool dude. There are several books on him, and it's an interesting dude.
It's a cool car, stainless steel, heavy. It's a very heavy car.
You're wrong.
It isn't heavy? I thought that was the thing about it. I thought they were heavy.
Nope. Everybody thinks they weigh 1 million pounds. Do you want to know how much them things weigh?
Okay.
They weigh under 2,500 pounds.
So how is that? So why is the ethos telling us that they're heavy then?
Because you think they're made out of stainless steel. They're going to be heavy.
Well, no. I just always thought that was its thing. I thought it was very low to the ground and heavy.
They are literally a stainless Y frame with a fiberglass shell and light panel stainless steel.
Okay, sweet.
And the thing was, too, and there's videos and pictures of John DeLorean picking up an entire panel of the car with his pinky.
Interesting. So he's kind of Tesla-esque, a little Elon Musky.
Oh, he was. He was, yeah.
bit.
And he, like I said, he was next up to be president of GM. And he said, I hate the way the auto industry is. Every year, he's like,
I'm going to change it.
Yeah.
I'm going to go.
That's what he did.
I'm going to go change the
He's
industry.
like, I'm going to just rock and that's where that all started.
So do we know, like, okay, so what are the follies of it was that the money kind of dried up. I know that. I watched a documentary on it.
Because he actually got funding from the British government because that was one stipulation too, is he couldn't build his car factory in North America. He had to build it
It's
somewhere
part of
else.
a non-compete with GM or something.
It was something like that. So he got funding from the British government to build his factory in Northern Ireland.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the war. It was the not good part of
the IRA.
So they were like, there was like bombs going off. And
1981 was the not good part of the entire island.
It wasn't
not good part.
It wasn't the Jameson side. It was the Bomby side. Great looking car. Fantastic.
Very
looking.
got a lot. He had a lot of good designers help him. One of the main guys from, I believe it was Lotus.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Lotuses are great.
Well, if you notice, I mean, look at that, the
Sexy.
James Bond car.
Yeah,
the white one, the
pointed front.
That looks a lot like a DeLorean.
That's true. That is true.
That was the designers. They were on that team.
Yeah, both the front and the back. Now that I'm thinking about it, that has a very Lotus look to it.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic logo. The DMC.
Oh yeah,
it's fantastic. DeLorean Motor Company. Great logo.
Very clean.
Very clean.
Sharp car.
It's a very sharp car. So you own it. You love it. You drive it when you can. Here's what happens to Jesse every time. Jesse's like, oh, I'm going to be driving it this weekend. And then every time it is a post of Jesse going, well, we got it onto the trailer and we got it there. Every time. Well, we got it there. Had to get the trailer out, but we got it there. He was going to drive it in the parade one time. Nope. Trailered it. He was going to have it at, actually last week we're supposed to
Did you have to trailer it to the college?
I bet. Yeah. I backed it. So the night before, I'm like, I haven't driven this in a week. I better back it out and make sure it's going to run. 10 feet out of the garage. Just died.
Yeah. But it's a cool car. And of course, it gets into the ethos because of a movie that comes along a couple years later.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that
Back to the
defined
Future.
it.
But that's crazy to me. Okay. So now looking back at it, like the DeLorean is this historic car.
Mm-hmm.
In 1985, when it is in the movie Back to the Future, it is a new car. It's only a handful of years old.
Yeah.
You know, it's probably 3-4 years old at
Did
that
it
point.
sell good out the gate though and have good reviews?
Not bad.
By
I mean,
1985, you would know that it was a dud.
It was a dud by 1985.
Oh yeah, by then it was failed and they like sold off and all the dealers closed and everything. Yeah, but it was still like a well-known.
But that would have been right as it happened, right? You
I
didn't.
suppose you have a couple years to make the.
Because I think he actually, 85. That was the year that he actually got acquitted of the charges. Like his trial finished in 85.
What charges?
Oh, the
fraud,
the coke,
the coke and the fraud.
He was
the
gonna,
disappearing money.
There's a reason why it's stainless steel. Choppy. Get them lined up. I just think I always think that's so interesting because looking back, you're like, hey, it's this classic car that failed, and you're like, well, yeah, no, that would have been like you would know. It would be like right now the Cybertruck being in a movie and being what are you doing with a Cybertruck? It's a Cybertruck.
I mean, even as a kid, I remember even early 90s, like second, third grade, they still had the calendars you could get for the book orders.
Yeah, those are the best.
And I'd be like, no, I don't want that red Countach. I want that DeLorean.
That's awesome because I was a Countach guy myself.
I just
loved it.
They're great cars.
Okay, we're gonna move on from that, Jesse. Anything left on your docket from the DeLorean?
I think we pretty much covered it. Other than it was supposed to have a lot more powerful motor than it came with.
Yeah, they had to walk it back quite a bit, but still, it's a pretty decent vehicle.
Well, yeah. I mean, overall, the design was good. I mean, the four-wheel independent suspension. It had a lot of options. They actually built a prototype in '76, and it had a ton of options that were actually to this day considered pretty modern. GPS, airbags.
Little guy in the trunk.
With his own wheel.
But
not remote, Gabe, not remote. That is not remote.
He's clearly in the car.
Self-driving with a dog suit guy.
That's what Back to the Future should have been. So a little midget in the trunk taking you back in time. Like a little hamster wheel. All right, folks, we are going to move on from that. We got two. We're going to go on to the last subject here, which is television. Now, I pulled up a couple shows here that I wanted us to talk about. November 21st of 1980 was the episode of Dallas where JR got shot.
Who shot him?
Well, that's the whole.
Oh God!
Oh, really?
It went on.
That was the whole thing.
It went on and on. And I think it went on for a year. who shot JR, right?
Did they ever answer that?
I think it ends up being a dream. If I remember correctly, I believe they say who it is, and then they're like, "Wait a minute, walk it back."
Well, that's how the whole.
Dallas.
I'm pretty sure.
No, that was how the whole thing ended, wasn't it?
No, that you're talking.
Well,
You're,
that kid, well, when
You're thinking of the movie
been.
Click.
You're thinking. You're thinking.
no, wasn't that the
Newhart.
whole thing with like because Patrick Duffy's character died?
Was a dream?
I don't remember.
And
to tell you
then
the
it
truth.
was like that's a big joke because it was like he woke up
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it was all a dream.
It ended up being that they ruined their whole bit, right? Like you had a thing, you had people on the edge of their seat, and then you lost them. But that's November 21st of 1980. Dallas is a hit. That brings in ushers in what I consider to be the start of the glitz and glamour persona of the 80s. And it is interesting to me that they're basically soap operas that were on primetime television.
Oh, they're huge.
They were huge. And it was all about these uber wealthy people. It's interesting to me that still to this day stays around. You watch Succession. You watch
that was a
Yellowstone. Yellowstone is Dallas.
That's Cowboy Dallas.
It's the same thing.
Cowboy Dynasty. Yeah.
And
it's
even
this-
reality TV, it's just looking back and seeing what rich people are up to.
Yes. Yeah. I wanted to see when Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous came out. That comes out in like 84. But we are establishing that we are headed in this direction. So I thought, well, you know what? I'll pop on Dynasty because I only knew one thing about Dynasty, and that was Steven is gay.
Somebody say it.
Okay.
So I don't know if you guys have ever seen the clip, but it's been passed around quite a bit in the last year or so. It's just this clip from the show of Dynasty in which Steven, who's the son, announces to his family. They're all aware that he's gay, but he basically says to them, like, I just want one of you to say that I'm gay. And so it's just this super melodramatic scene where he just wants someone to say that he's gay. And so they just go, Steven's gay. And it's hilarious out of context. It's hilarious.
Steven is gay.
But that's all I knew about this show. But what I also know is that we are talking 1981. So a show that is progressively having a gay character in it, I knew they were going to hit that with the precision of a sledgehammer.
Okay.
So I wanted...
in 1981.
How many
1981.
times?
So I wanted to go into this show and just see how they stick the landing on being progressive with the gay character. And I believe it is the end of the first or the second episode. He's having a conversation with his father where it is revealed that he is gay. And his father says, oh, I forgot. The American Psychiatric Association has decided it's no longer a disease.
It's too bad. I could have endowed a foundation. The Stephen Carrington Institute for the Treatment and Study of Faggotry.
Oh, yeah.
Then stuck the landing.
I go, there it is, folks. There it is. Knew that was coming. Saw that one from a mile away. So I know we take some flack on this because we keep kind of bringing it up, but it is where we were, right? You're trying to write a show where you're trying to be progressive, but yet it's the 80s, folks. And man, did you come at that thing with just the biggest sledgehammer and smash it into bits.
But I mean, you can't change the 1950s, right? Like, so the
Yes.
Archie Bunker, the dad, the old
Yes.
guy is never. If you made the old guy accepting, it wouldn't have made any sense.
And they do come back, and I think it's CW or somebody did come back and remake this in like 2017, and they totally just eschew that whole thing. He's gay, his dad accepts him.
No, 2017, absolutely.
Yeah, they're arguing about the environment, correct? But then I will admit this, that it is establishing the characters, like this is the character, but it was to me, it was one of those things where I was like, oh, let's see where this goes. Let's see how we address this in 1981.
Right.
And I if it's episode 2, I would be amazed. But I just immediately go, there it was, folks.
Yeah.
There it is.
I would have jumped off the couch.
Yes, I knew it. I knew it. Could have called that one, folks. So there you go. That's all I know about Dynasty. And once I got to that part, I was like, I've had I've cleared my hands of this show. I've gotten everything I need out of it.
You know what really hurts me the most? Is I hate what you all stand for. I hate your values, your morals, and your blindness. But I love you all very much.
I like what we do with these episodes because we're setting like the stakes in the ground to like get to where we're going. And there's like three pieces of that. It is the soap opera on prime time television. It is a staple by this point. It is we are going to focus on people making loads of money because people want to see that. The whole first episode is that he's taking this, he's taking a wife essentially. He's found this lady that they're going to get married, and she's got a regular life, and now she's going to be super wealthy. And that's like the whole whole beginning of this show.
Married a commoner, eh?
A commoner. Well, and stole another man's gal as well. Very soap opera-y. But you got the jets, you got all that stuff, which is kind of interesting to watch because you're like, what is Uber luxury in 1981?
Yeah. It's like a propeller plane.
It was like a propeller plane and a stretch limousine with that boomerang on the back. You knew it was luxury if the boomerang was on the back.
Where did that come from and why?
Australia, mate.
It would be interesting because is it supposed to be an actual spoiler? Is there an aerodynamic portion to this? Was it too long? It was getting a little whippy without that little tiny.
I think it did have
like
a functionality.
Sails. Well, there's got to be a functionality because it's on all of them until it's not. But very interesting. And then it does set up the glitz and glamour persona of the 80s that everyone's aware of. Reagan is now in. This stuff is starting. These shows are becoming a thing, and then it continues forever. These shows are still on television in terms of, like I said, Yellowstone is exactly what this show is. These guys are oil barons. I believe they're in Denver in this one.
Yeah, the Dutton family.
Yep. But Dallas obviously is in Dallas. Falcons Crest, I believe, is in Napa Valley, which Falcons Crest, I believe, is... I forget which stations did what, but Dallas was on one station, and then Dynasty was like we got to get in on this, and then right back the other station was like, well, we got to get back into the game. So then it was just a circle of putting yourselves back out there. But very interesting to me that's where we are in television. I don't think in terms of what we were looking at, there wasn't really much else that hit in 1981 other than SCTV had another version. It had already existed.
The first American
version. Yeah. Which I do think is worth noting, but we've talked about a lot of that stuff. But the cast of SCTV is crazy.
Oh,
Eugene Levy,
John Candy, Rick Moranis,
Yep.
Dan Thomas,
Dave Thomas,
Dave Thomas,
not
the owner of Wendy's.
The owner of Wendy's,
Yeah,
very funny guy. Very funny guy.
Him and Moranis. Strange Brew.
Yes.
Yeah.
I almost watched that today.
Which was maybe 81. I did watch that.
It wasn't 81. Otherwise, I would have watched it.
It's tough. It's tough.
It was around that.
It's good, but it's tough.
Yeah.
It's a low budget Canadian comedy.
Like the Canadian.
it's tough. Good. Yeah, it's good. But let's go into the final one here, and then let's get out of here. The other thing that kind of happened in 1981 in terms of television was the Smurfs. So, Jesse, I put you on a task of looking back and talking or doing some research on Hanna-Barbera.
Yeah, they had a long history at that point.
Yeah.
Late 57, I think, is when they technically got going. It was William Hanna and Joseph Barbera that were the two guys, and they actually originally started out working for MGM.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And they were the ones who actually made Tom and Jerry.
Interesting.
When they worked for MGM.
Okay. It is interesting to me. So the reason why I tasked you with going back and looking at that, because we had not talked about Hanna-Barbera at all. Smurfs is kind of their last big tentpole, I would say.
Because, they're coming out of Jetsons, Flintstones.
Yes.
All those big ones, late 60s, Scooby-Doo came out and all that stuff.
And Scooby-Doo is still, at this time, making new episodes.
Oh, it's huge.
Smurfs
is
back
still
too.
huge.
Say what?
Smurfs is back.
No. I mean, in 1981, they were
Yeah,
still they were still in their initial run, which at this point, I think they were in like 14 seasons or something like that. So Scooby-Doo had been going on for a long time. But the interesting thing about Smurfs is that NBC was ready to be done with the Saturday morning game. And then Smurfs came along and was a huge hit. And kept them in the Saturday mornings.
That was like the beginning of the whole renaissance of Saturday morning cartoons.
Yeah.
I mean,
So Smurfs is interesting to me because Smurfs feels old to me. Smurfs does not feel like it came out right before I was born.
Smurfs was created by Peo,
Okay.
the Dutch artist.
Yes.
1958.
Yeah.
Belgian, not Dutch. So
Yeah, it was Belgian.
Was it comics?
It was comics originally, and they had some TV run and stuff over in maybe France, over in Europe.
Yeah, but it was toys. They were known for the toys of these little things. So it was like almost like troll dolls.
Yeah.
And hit songs. They were making
really?
music in the 70s.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. Would you like to partake in their first? This one hit #1 in 16 different countries.
Yeah, I would love
the
to
song
partake.
did?
Yeah.
16 countries?
Yeah.
Waar komen jullie toch vandaan?
Waar de smurfenhuisjes staan.
oh, damn. That's terrifying.
Remember when I said that was weird what he was watching? That's what I caught him watching.
Everyone always talks about how the Smurfs were drug infused. That's drug infused.
That clinches it right there. That is.
Didn't we have at one time where in one of our games we had, I think it was the German name for Papa Smurf? Papa Schlumpf?
Yes.
Papa Schlumpf.
But in what world is that a #1 song in any country?
No.
But 16?
16 countries. It only got to #2 in the UK, but it was like all over Europe. Huge.
Okay, that reeks to me of like you're just creating countries just to say you had a hit song in 16
right.
countries.
Name the countries.
Those aren't real. Okay. You just made like, we took Denmark and we just broke it into a bunch of little cities. 16 countries. You haven't heard Papa Schlumpf sings?
Yeah, it's #1 in Kerblakerstan.
Een waterkraan.
Wij kunnen door een waterkraan.
The show becomes a hit in 1981, which is super interesting because here's this thing. Somebody sees it. They're like, we should do something with this. And then it gets into the thing where the executives get a handle on it. And they're like, well, what if they were all different colors? Well, what if there was a girl? Like, there's all this stuff that gets added.
One girl.
One girl for the whole village.
One girl. Which I believe makes them
egg layers.
Yeah. That implies a species that lays eggs.
Please, she'd be an asterisk 24/7 if she didn't lay eggs.
All sorts of questions with that one. Yeah, my wife wasn't allowed to watch that show.
Yeah, that's crazy to me.
What?
Yeah, nope.
Yeah. You want to know why? Satanic panic.
They thought it was a satanic
there's
cult-like-
witchcraft.
There is
There's
some
witchcraft.
weird stuff in that.
Oh, yeah, there is.
Gargamel's
isn't
a
there?
sorcerer.
He is a sorcerer.
Yeah, he's casting spells all the time.
Yeah.
Because he just wanted to eat them, didn't he?
That's
no,
what we thought.
I read that in the early version, that was part of it. They were like a delicacy.
Yeah.
And he's going to use them as an ingredient
Yes.
in something. But in the cartoon, according to ChatGPT anyways, it was more just... There was some alchemy thing, like they were the secret ingredient to make things into gold. Or just spite. Or just those things.
Well, yeah. I think, by the end, that's what it becomes. When you like find, if you find.
When they outsmart you for 8 straight years.
When there's a creature.
Yeah, you don't even care about the gold anymore.
When there's a creature that's evidently 3 apples high, by the way, which is bigger than I would have thought they would be. I would have thought tiny. 3 apples high is like
1 or less of an
that's
apple.
kind of fucked a little bit. That'd be
It's like
scary.
a garden almost.
Yeah.
How big are the mushrooms that they're living in?
Pretty big. Well, that's what I'm saying. Well, that's the thing. If you're a sorcerer and you find a thing that turns things to gold, and you're like, here we go. They live in these giant mushrooms. This is going to be easy. And then all of a sudden you just can't ever get them, ever. I'd be pissed too. I'd be like, just murder them. Murder every single one of them.
Yeah.
Ain't even worth the gold at this point.
Yeah. Burn down the forest.
The 80s was full of villains that just wanted to do weird.
It is true.
Like Rainbow Bright.
Rainbow Bright has a weird one. That's the one I was just thinking of.
It was Murky, right? And he just hated the fact that they were so... Yeah.
Yeah. They always had
He
black.
just hated color.
Yes. Well, that's just it. They always had black. And they always were like slightly wizardy, but like not really good at it.
But they hated the sprites. They hated Rainbow Bright because of all the color.
Same thing with the Care Bears, wasn't it? Wasn't their dude basically the exact same guy?
Yeah, he just hated their happiness, basically, or what was the deal with?
It sounds like that's kind of what they all were.
Yeah, so our parents grew up on the Flintstones, and their kids all started watching this sorcery. I can see why they're in satanic panic.
I can understand. It's like, remember when things were just because they're old? Like, remember when you're just like, yeah, but it's like a blender, only it's old.
Yeah.
It's a car, but he runs it with his feet.
This guy's trying to eat fucking little people to make gold.
Yeah.
You guys and your weird ass.
The Smurfs was described by a French sociologist in 2011 as a totalitarian and racist utopia with anti-Semitic tones.
In what year?
Like 2011.
Oh, of course. Oh, no, that seems early.
Okay, well, the French are on top of it.
Okay.
Who funded that study?
Gargamel.
He finally wins by calling him anti-Semitic.
Yeah, he calls him racist. They're racist. Win. Game over.
Yeah.
Canceled.
Can't find them. Can't eat them. Racists.
Canceled.
That is crazy. What are the racist overtones or undertones or what are because they're all one.
I
right?
wouldn't.
Yeah, do you see any non-diverse
Diversity?
people?
Sure.
Yeah.
See any brown Smurfs?
Sure. Yeah, but I don't remember the Smurfs ever being angry about there not being. Maybe it's because
of course they're not. Got rid of the Jews. They're homogenous now, just like we all want to be.
If we just believe, we could sing songs. Oh man, I watched one clip today. And they have the one guy that just like eats all the snacks all the time, and so they had an episode where he was just breaking everything because he was so fat. Like it starts off, and he's not even fat. Like that was the funny thing. It's like evidently they just gain like density because this Smurf is the same size as all the other Smurfs, but yet he's breaking the swing and he's breaking the chair.
Okay,
and I did find that funny as well because I was like, yeah, in the 80s they would have been like, hey kids. You can't eat snacks all the time.
Don't be the fat kid.
Yeah.
Did you remember all the PSAs?
Yeah. Well, now that same episode would have went way different. Like he can have the snacks if
There's
he wants
nothing wrong if you want snacks.
He just wants the snacks. Look how happy he is.
Have some body positivity.
Yes. And I thank you for that, current generation, because I like all my snacks.
Yeah, big back.
We're
Yeah, a couple big bags here.
our snacks.
But Hanna-Barbera, let's look up super fast. When did Hanna-Barbera kind of lose its luster? Because to me, just without looking it up, this is kind of the last one.
Well, I mean,
The Wacky Races.
Wacky Races was before this. I'm pretty sure. Snorks to me is
weird.
The end all be all. That was like
Wacky Races was way earlier.
Yeah, Wacky Races is very early.
And I don't remember anything for the next 20
Snorks
some years.
Yeah, Snorks is after the.
But then
Smurfs,
eventually,
for sure.
I know that Warner Brothers acquired them in like 01.
Okay. I loved the Snorks. Don't get me wrong. It sounds like I'm talking smack. I love the Snorks. I actually like the Snorks better than I liked the Smurfs because the Smurfs kept saying Smurf all the time.
Oh, the Smurf this,
Too
Smurf
much.
that.
Too much of use of Smurf.
Hey, I smurfed her first. No, I did.
But to me, this is kind of the end of that, but yet is such a huge part of our childhoods.
So they controlled 80% of the children's programming market in the 70s.
Yeah.
That dropped to about 20% in the mid 80s.
Yeah.
And they were acquired by Turner in 91.
Yeah, there you go.
It's
So
over.
they just, and this was the end of it, but it was a surprise hit. Like I said, NBC was ready to get out of the game and were looking for an excuse to get out of the game. And then Smurfs came along and kept them going. And then they're the ones that got into all the video game stuff. So they had the Super Mario Brothers. They started doing the licensing game. Super Mario Brothers, Zelda, Captain
Sonic.
N.
All the other networks
I think they
had
did
the
Sonic,
good stuff. Like
Yeah.
ABC, CBS, they had all the good
Yeah.
stuff. They had Pee-wee's Ghostbusters.
Yeah. And I believe NBC was also Saved by the Bell, if I'm not incorrect.
I think you're right
Yeah, I
there.
think so.
Might have been. So that was just that roller coaster that then that's the end of it, right? Now it's like, well, we can just have these kids come on here and do the same thing as adult shows. It's probably way cheaper than making an animated Smurfs cartoon.
Yeah.
The other interesting tidbit I found out was that they did the voice acting as an ensemble. So
I thought it was just Hank Azaria doing everything.
I mean, obviously they had people that had multiple voices, but because of the cost constraints, it was way cheaper for them to get everyone in the same
that's
room
interesting.
and have the conversation.
That
than
wasn't the norm.
It wasn't the norm. Well, for cartoon TV, like Saturday morning cartoons, maybe. But yeah, definitely now you wouldn't do that.
No, it's all
very rare.
It's all just one actor doing his lines, and then
But then you got to go in and you got to clip it and put it together. So for cost purposes, they could just do it all right at the one, everyone in the room, and it's super interesting. Yeah. Any last thoughts on either Hanna-Barbera or the Smurfs?
Well, so we talk about how there's only one female. You know how that female got there, right?
No.
Was it in Gargamel?
She was created by Gargamel in the very first episode.
Yeah.
In the very first episode, the very first thing that's happening is Gargamel's making Smurfette.
Oh, he's really effing with him right away.
Yeah. And when she first comes out, she has black hair. That's kind of short. Now, I was watching it this afternoon.
And then I got whitewashed.
I was watching it this afternoon because I remembered we were going to talk about it.
I bleached it.
And so I Googled it, and it
Blonde
said...
and blue.
Sorry. Start over.
I remembered that we were going to talk about it today, so I Googled the Smurfs, and it said that it was available for free on Tubi, and I happened to be on Tubi at the time, so I looked it up, and I found the old cartoon. It was only in Spanish.
But as a true soldier,
so I watched the 2 hours of the old Smurfs in Spanish. Occasionally, I understood a word, a nosotros or an escuchan or a solamente.
What was the word they used for Smurf? Because it would have been every other word.
It was weird. It was almost like pathetic. What was it? Smurfs in Spanish.
Papa pathetic.
Pitufos.
Pitiful.
They're pitiful. They're little pitiful little things.
Well, that is funny because there's a lot of that in Spanish where like the people are like little this or little that, and it's like they're
weenies.
Yeah, there's a lot of that where because what was the one I just saw it and I wish I could remember now, but there was just a thing where somebody was talking about like we knew that as such and such, and it was like that was the Spanish version for that was just like little this, and it's like that's really inappropriate, really inappropriate. The pitifuls.
The pitifuls. Pitufos.
Good show, though. Good show. And Hanna-Barbera.
From what I could understand, it seemed all right.
Yeah. Well, and it came back around, because then Boomerang, which is a great concept.
Oh, they reran all them.
Yeah.
It was big in syndication.
Yeah. Once Cartoon Network came around.
Didn't Nick at Night get their hands on that at one point?
May have. I just know that once Cartoon Network started running that stuff, and then Boomerang existed.
Maybe it was Boomerang
all the time.
Was that late 80s, early 90s? The Boomerang was
probably early 90s. Yeah. All right, that's 1981, folks. I thought it was pretty good, actually, to tell you the truth. I mean, it was a little weird. Dynasty was exactly what I expected. Could not have hit the mark anymore on Dynasty. But just looking at where we're at, we talked about how 1980 is not the beginning of, probably 1983 is the beginning of, but you're seeing the seeds kind of get put in.
81's definitely a stick in the sand.
It's definitely like we're getting into the 80s now.
We're definitely getting into some
jumbled mix of where the hell are we going?
Yeah.
I'm kind of interested to see what Dynasty does with the whole AIDS scare.
Oh, yeah. That's
which was also 1981, but I couldn't find any tactful way to talk about it.
Well, I don't think there is a tactful way to talk about it. It is considered the discovery of AIDS, the first patient that we agree is
in America.
Well, but that's how the world works. It's like America decides that AIDS exists.
Yeah, if it makes its way to America, now it's a fucking problem.
It's the Wuhan flu.
When you guys are just over there, but when you bring it here, but yeah, you are absolutely correct. Like that, it would be interesting to see if they even address it, because I'm sure if they did, they stuck the landing. I'm sure they stuck the landing so well with that. But stuff like that to me is really interesting, because it's, we talked about this too. We were talking about this the other day. I find it so funny because I love the documentary The Staircase, and the entire defense against the entire prosecution against this man is that he is gay. And that his wife must have found out he was gay, and therefore he killed her in a staircase in a fit of rage.
That was a bloody mess, though,
Yeah,
for
that's a
fall down the stairs.
Have you ever seen how bad owls can attack?
Yes, owls attack very
They
viciously.
are predators.
If they can't get your scalp, they're going to get your scalp again and again and again. But just it's wild to me because that's late 90s, early 2000s, and it was an actual court case in which the entire prosecution is predicated on not that she found out, but you believe that she may have found out. And it happened exactly at this moment.
She might have found out.
She might have found out at this exact moment.
And this guy killed her.
And he killed her because come on.
And he got convicted.
And he got convicted. Yeah, it's so crazy to me, like how far we've come and how the world has gotten so much better about those types of things. But it is interesting that even when you're trying back in the 80s, you're like, because they were trying.
Yeah, they were going to study the Institute of Faggotry.
He was ashamed that he couldn't.
Yeah.
He wanted.
Yes, unfortunately. What is it? What did he say?
He could.
The American Medical Association or something no longer classifies it as a disease. God damn it.
The American Psychiatric
Otherwise, I could have helped you.
And otherwise, well, it came off more that he could have endowed a foundation. I could have made money off your faggotry. Unfortunate. But good luck to you, Stephen, in all of your endeavors. All right, folks, that's it for 1981. Very good year. I appreciate it. I was born in 1982, as was Gabe. You as well? Yeah, so triple up on the 82, so that'll be fun. But for next week, we'll be doing the movies. Once again, we are Cannonball Run, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Stripes, and Porky's. If we can get our hands on Porky's, it's supposedly on its way. You cannot purchase Porky's online right now, as far as I could find last night. Callie and I went to watch it last night, and we could not find it for purchase. I'm not even talking, Amazon does not have it for purchase on Amazon.
No, that's
Prime.
one of them. They just, yeah.
It's buried with bosom buddies.
It's buried with bosom buddies, which makes us want it that much more.
It's right on YouTube.
The whole thing?
Yeah. I just typed
for purchase?
Not for purchase, for free.
Just to watch?
Somebody uploaded it. So probably won't last long. But
you gotta be careful that way though, because sometimes it starts to play and then it's just black.
Yeah.
People are like, there's a whole
click the link to watch this movie.
There's a whole whole subculture of YouTube that is just the logos to the beginning of the movie and then a black screen.
Right. They're just, just trying to get idiots to click on something.
And then
this one looks legit so far.
All right, well. All right, folks, we'll be back next week with that. And until then, we're done. So Scott was my best man at my wedding. As you can see on top of his head, a bandana that was purchased by me for
Very
him.
nice speech.
No speeches.
Oh, I missed that.
We forwent most of the dumb things. But
did you make it home before midnight before you turned back into a stepdaughter?
A stepdaughter.
Well, you had the whole Cinderella carriage thing going on.
We did have a carriage. Listen, okay, if you want to talk about the carriage real quick. Actually, the one thing I will say is that, because I said this before we started, if you're going to be a dickhead all the time, which I am, I'm very much a dickhead all the time, you've got to put glimmers of oh no, he's just really just pretending to be a dickhead, but really I am.
Yeah, when you're getting married to a pageant princess.
Yes, she's a princess.
You got to get her the princess stuff.
We had mentioned at one point getting a carriage for photos, and then Kevin Yeager was going to let us borrow his Roadster, which is baby blue, so fucking cool.
That is gorgeous.
And then somebody broke in and took his Roadster for a joyride.
What?
Yeah. So he called me up. He's like, "Sorry, that's a no-go now." And so then when that happened, I was like, okay, we'll go back to the carriage.
So where did you procure
the carriage? I got a carriage guy. I run events. I got a carriage guy. I got a carriage guy. It just happens to be the right colors and everything. But what I wanted to do though was I didn't want to tell her that it was happening. So, and Callie is not a pickup gal. We convinced her that her mom was going to drive into the park in a truck, in a pickup truck, and drop her off. And to Callie's credit, because she was very stressed about that part, she like really did not want that to happen. It was like, it'll be fine. Your mom will pull in. Your mom will walk you up. It'll be great. And we just convinced her that was happening. And then we surprised her with a carriage, which was super nice and looked great and it was beautiful. I was very concerned that it was going to take a big, large dump.
I was hoping.
God,
I
think every single one of us up at the front was like, please, please, please. But then the horse got in front of us, and I was like, it's got a diaper on. He's got a poop bag.
Well, I told Gabe that as he pulled up, he's putting this diaper on, and then lo and behold, he's like, I think we brought the wrong diaper. And I was like, of course, of course, you brought the diaper that doesn't fit. He Jimmy rigged it on there, so there were no problems. And I will say, the horse got out of the trailer everywhere. And then after the wedding, after the pictures, the carriage brought us to the reception, and it had been evacuating multiple times. The past is a smelly time, my friends, because the carriage ride was nothing but horse shit smelling.
Oh, I guess, the carriage is behind the shit sack.
Yes, yeah. So you are you are literally just wafting into shit the whole time. Very smelly.
Poop again!